When you're learning a language or several, there's always something to keep track of. New words, grammar rules, mistakes you keep repeating, content you want to revisit, your goals, your wins. It can get messy fast. Sure, there are language apps for that, but I needed something more personal. A system that could adapt to my learning style, let me be creative, and keep it focused. Hi, I'm Lynette, and this is a look at how I used a language learning bullet journal to track the past, organize the present, and plan for the future. Sounds good? Let me show you how it works. You don't need any fancy things. You just need one notebook and a pen to write. Most of the time, we focus on input without enough meaningful output. We consume content, memorize flashcards, and complete lessons. But when it comes to using the language, our brain freezes. Today, I would like to share a simple yet powerful way to put your knowledge into active use. Journaling that can act as your personal language laboratory, where you experiment with new words, test grammar structures, and build confidence without the pressure of speaking to another person. I use a separate notebook to jot down vocabulary and grammar rules, but my journaling book is where everything comes together. It's where I track my mistakes, plan out my month, write daily entries, list useful resources, reflect on my progress, and keep track of my goals, all in one place. I have divided my notebook into 5 sections: yearly goals and study plans, mistake tracking, daily entries, resource tracking, and finally, reflection. The first section is my strategic overview, where I map out my entire language learning year. I like to keep this at the beginning of my journal because it serves as both a roadmap and a reminder of what I studied. This year, I'm rotating Chinese, Japanese, and Korean month by month, giving each one a focused base to grow. But Thai will be part of every month since it's the language that I'm now focusing on and use the most in daily life. I'm keeping things balanced, just one deep focus at a time, so I don't feel overwhelmed or mixed up. This section has been crucial for learning foreign languages without getting them confused and is one of my most underrated sections. I have a page for each language where I track my recurring mistakes and breakthroughs. Whenever I notice myself making the same mistake, like using the wrong particle in Japanese or mispronouncing a Thai tone, I write it here. Then I add the correct version, highlight it, and add some examples in sentences. It's helped me fix so many habits before they become permanent. This is where journaling meets language learning. In my daily entries, I write a few lines in the language I'm focusing on that day, just about how I feel, what I did, or what I'm excited about. If I don't know a word, I write it in English or leave a little gap and look it up later. It's a great way to practice forming sentences and expressing real thoughts, not textbook ones. Writing in a new language isn't easy, even if you're an intermediate or advanced learner. It can be hard to find the right grammar and vocabulary for your level. On top of that, we don't always have time or exciting things to write about. Let's be honest, most of our days are filled with routines and repetitive tasks. If you ever feel stuck, unmotivated, or unsure of what to write, try one of these variations. First, you can write about news. Find a news article that's right for your level, something you can mostly understand without a dictionary. Identify the WH questions like who, what, where, when, why, and how. Write a summary in your own words. Keep it short, just a few sentences or a couple of paragraphs. Please note that there should be a small number of unknown words and phrases. A large number indicates that the article is above your level. Try a yesterday versus today entry. Compare how your day today was different from yesterday. Use words like more, less, better, words, and practice expression comparisons naturally. You can also write scenes from a movie. Did you just watch a drama, anime, or movie? Try describing a scene you liked. What happened? Who said what? How it made you feel. You'll learn everyday conversation phrases and improve your memory skills. You can also write what if scenarios, like what if I woke up in Tokyo? What if I could fly? Create a short story around a crazy idea. These make writing fun and get your imagination flowing in the target language. Dream travel entry. Pick a country you want to visit and write a pretend diary entry as if you're already there. Describe the food, weather, places, and people. It's like traveling with your imagination and building vocabulary. Word challenge. Take 5 to 10 new words you've learned recently and challenge yourself to use all of them in one journal entry. It's like a mini vocabulary workout. Letters to yourself. Write a letter to your future self or your past self. Tell them how your language learning is going or what you've learned so far. It's emotional, personal, and really motivating to read back later. Rewrite old entries. Find an old journal entry and rewrite it using new grammar or vocabulary you've learned. You'll see your improvement and feel more confident about your progress. Finally, you can combine drawing and writing. Draw something simple. It can be a stick figure, no pressure. Then describe it or create a story based on the drawing. It's perfect for visual learners and super fun to do. Don't worry about perfection. The goal isn't to write like a native speaker, it's to actively use what you are learning. I deliberately write about topics that force me to use new vocabulary. Cooking, travel, emotions, and current events. Each topic pushes me into different linguistic territories. You don't have to write every day. It's okay to forget or to take breaks. Use that time to reread entries, find mistakes, improve, and learn instead. One thing that overwhelmed me early in my language learning journey was the amount of content available: YouTube channels, podcasts, books, websites, etc. My journal includes a resource section where I track what I've tried, what worked, and what didn't. Without a system, valuable resources get lost in the shuffle. I rate resources on a simple scale: star for must revisit, check mark for helpful, and cross for not worth my time. I also note why something was or wasn't useful. This saves me from repeatedly discovering the same podcast isn't my style or forgetting about that amazing YouTube channel I found last month. Every 2 weeks, I do a reflection section. I flip through my recent entries and ask myself, what got better this month? What was challenging? What grammar structures am I avoiding? What topics do I struggle to write about? What do I want to focus on next? This reflection informs my goals for the next period. Maybe I notice I never write in the past tense, so I'll challenge myself to journal about childhood memories. Or perhaps I realize my vocabulary is too academic, so I'll focus on everyday conversational words. It helps me stay motivated and reminds me how far I've come, even when progress feels slow. One of my biggest early mistakes was trying to make every journal entry perfect. I spent an hour writing just a few sentences, checking every word in the dictionary. Eventually, I got bored and even anxious about journaling. Now I let myself write badly. Some entries are full of mistakes and word phrasing, and that's okay. That's not failure, it's real learning. My journal is a safe space to make mistakes, explore, and grow. I also keep things realistic. Some days I write a whole page, other days it's just one or two lines about what I had for breakfast. What matters most is staying consistent, not being perfect. Don't edit while writing. Your first draft should be a pure brain dump. Editing kills the flow and makes you overthink. Don't aim for perfection, aim for communication. A journal with mistakes is infinitely better than a blank page. Don't skip days because you don't have anything to write about. The most mundane topics often lead to the most useful vocabulary. Use a correction method. I write in one color, then correct in another. This visual system helps me see my progress and common mistakes. Review your mistakes weekly and consciously use those corrected structures in new entries. Read your old entries. Once a month, read entries from 30 days ago. You'll be amazed at your progress and catch mistakes you couldn't see before. You don't need fancy notebooks or perfect handwriting to begin. Any notebook will do. Just write 3 simple sentences in your target language today. Talk about your day, your thoughts, or how you are feeling. Anything real. Don't worry about making it perfect. This isn't about writing beautifully. It's about building a habit. The more you use the language, the faster you will improve. Much faster than just watching or reading passively. Your future self, the one confidently writing full paragraphs, will be so glad you studied. So grab a pen, open your notebook, and take that first small step toward fluency. That's how I use journaling to supercharge my language learning. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments which language you are planning to journal in, and don't forget to subscribe for more language learning tips and strategies. Until next time, keep writing, keep learning, and remember, every word you write is a step closer to fluency.